Hi guys, I'm Abhinav, and today I have something which is very special, very exclusive. This is an electric motorcycle. The guy over there, Vikram, and the guy behind him, Ganesh, they have built it. They are planning to sometime enter production, and they want me to ride this motorcycle and give them some feedback on how it rides. Now, this is not a proper vlog. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it because I didn't ask them much about the motorcycle. They didn't tell me much about the motorcycle. I just said, let me ride the bike, let me get a feel of how it rides rather than going into specifications. So let's hop onto it and let's just see if this thing is really the future. We know that fuel prices are crazy now. How does it start? Okay. Easy to pull. Seat height is fairly low. So how does it start?
This is on. Moment you press this is on. Now your bike is live.
It's live?
Now
It's live?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just... Oh yeah. Feels different. Okay. So they told me that the motor is at 40% of its capability as of now. Again, this is a very early prototype of the bike. I don't want to comment on the what do you call it, ergonomics, because again they will obviously be changed. I just want to see how the motor feels. Yeah, it's alright, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's got power like a okayish 150 bhp motorcycle, I would say. No clutch lever, no gear, nothing. Alright, so I'll tell you an interesting thing. As the brake system on this motorcycle, it's a region brake system, wherein if you press the brake, it starts to charge the motor. And the funny thing is, if you're on throttle and if you press the front brake, the bike just goes off. It sort of kills the power. But if you give it throttle again, it starts to move. Okay, let's ride it now and see. They told me that this motorcycle can do 180 kilometers. Now, we are in South Delhi, Vasant Kunj, and they said that they were able to take it to Alwar from here at speeds of about 70-75 on the highway. There's no speedo here, so I can't tell you what speeds I'm doing. Yeah, it's okay. The regen thing, brake thing, it's not a problem. I was thinking that it might be a problem in traffic, but it is not. Honestly, it doesn't really feel all that different from a regular motorcycle. I had a lot of apprehension about how good or bad an electric motorcycle is. I was one of those, everybody hates change, right, to a certain extent. So you'd be thinking internal combustion engines, for life, being a petrol head and all. But then Petrol's gone above 100 rupees, man. 100 rupees a litre. And it's not gonna come down anytime soon. Last night we interviewed Niti Aayog CEO Amitabh Kant, who explained why fuel prices are not going to come down anytime soon. Actually, they're not gonna come down, and it's just not possible to cut prices. So with the increasing costs of petrol, and you know, with just the scarcity of fossil fuels, maybe electric really is the future. And it's not really the future, maybe the future is sometime soon now, not very far away. I think it feels fine even with 40% capacity. It's got okay power. See, comes back on the power again. As soon as you touch the brake, it dies and then it comes back. Okay, I told you I'm not going to comment on the ergonomics, suspension, etc., brakes, etc., because all of these parts are not final. They're prototype. Everything on this motorcycle is a prototype. But the suspension is tuned well. It's slightly sporty, slightly stiff, and yeah, I like it. I like it. The motorcycle has a very stiff, very sporty riding position also. I don't know what they're going for. The handlebar is a little too wide, but that's okay. Other than that, it's not heavy, it's a light bike. Now, what I assumed while riding this motorcycle was that, you know, being an electric motor, it'll have a lot of torque from get-go. It does not. But as soon as you pick up the throttle, it does. Okay, let's just slow down over here and let's give it full throttle and just see. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now there is no speedo timer or anything over here, so you'll have to rely on my word on how it feels. You see, it's taking its own sweet time. Starts feeling a little torquey over here. I feel as if we are doing about 70-80 kilometers an hour. And mind you, this is at 40% of its capability, the power that this motorcycle is putting out. As far as I understand, this is a 30 kilowatt motor, and well, that would roughly translate to about close to 30 bhp, I think, if not more. 30 bhp is okay. 30 bhp is okay for an electric motorcycle to ride around in the city, because these motorcycles are still no solution to take long distance touring. They just won't have the range. So the guys at Forge claim that, you know, this motor, it has a 180 kilometer range, but even if it has a 100 kilometer range when you're riding full throttle, let's say, I think it makes for an okay city motorcycle, something that doesn't cost a lot of money. So now I'm going to go back to them. Good thing is they turn out to be my neighbors, so They didn't have to go far, I didn't have to go far. I'm gonna go to them and then we're gonna, you know, they're gonna make some changes. They're gonna bump up the power to 60% of the motor's capability, and we're gonna do another round of this road. Yeah, see, not a problem. I mean, dare I say, it feels like a fancy scooty, a sporty scooty. I wish there was, so you know, a good thing is this motorcycle, the power delivery can be tuned. Again, this is a prototype, so don't know how much, but it can be tuned. So it can be tuned to deliver a lot of torque at the bottom if you want, or it can be tuned to, you know, run the way it is running right now. That's what they tell me. I really don't know much about electric motorcycles, so I can't tell you for certain. But I can tell you this, with battery technology and everything, you know, advancing, well, battery technology really hasn't advanced much, but there will be updates to technology, and yeah, this will be the future. Ultimately, this will be the future. There is a lot of I mean, low speed tractability is good. Yeah, it is good.
You could go straight, we'll do the change for you.
Okay, sure. You know, I had a lot of apprehensions before riding it that it's going to be different. It's not. It's not a lot different than a regular motorcycle.
That is the bro. That is what we've been wanting to do. We don't want to make a scooty. We want to. I have a R1.
Okay.
With Atul right now. Apna Speed Monk.
Oh, okay. That blue one.
Yeah, the blue one. I have a Beamer 650, which is somewhere over here only. I've got it painted.
Is that a Funduro?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, nice.
Try it out. It's damn good.
Yeah,
So
that's nice.
I have several Enfields and all. So I said that the motorcycle, both of us, three of us, there are three people over here. Ganesh,
Okay.
Me and Arnab. We said the bike needs to function like a bike.
Yeah.
You should not have range anxiety. You should not have this issue of, you know, pickup and all that. Isme we are trying to solve a problem. I'll share that with you later. Don't put it on this thing.
Okay.
The problem we're trying to solve is that we are trying to limit the amount of amps that we're trying to push into the motor to keep it safe.
Okay.
You know, being a startup, we don't want to end up
Yeah.
burning the motor.
Yeah.
Last time we burnt it.
Oh,
We got it fixed again.
okay.
So just that. But now what I'm going to do is we're going to open up the system a little bit to about 60-65%. So you try it out, but don't go too far in case it heats.
Okay. No, I'm just going to take a round of the same road, the Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
No stress. And you'll feel a marked improvement.
Yeah.
We'll just clear this out.
It handles nice as well. The suspension is stiff. It's adequately stiff.
That's the whole thing. You know, initially it was even better.
Okay.
When we had to reduce the height, it was really sharp on turns. In a sense that you think and you would lean into it. It was that good because if you look at the rake from there, it's a pretty stiff rake angle.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people said that why did you keep it like that? We kept it primarily to keep the wheelbase under control.
Okay.
Because the longer we could have done like a lazy rake also.
Yeah.
The handling would have been on straights. It would have been better. It would have been better for the shockers. Right now the shockers, the front shocks are almost fully compressed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the battery is so heavy.
Right.
So in the next, so now what we're doing is we are now going to be launching 2 more in the Auto Expo if it happens.
Okay.
So the plan is to basically make a very refined prototype.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them. One is going to be a version like this, only a street one, and one is going to be your tourer version.
All right.
So the tourer version will have like a larger battery pack, or at least an option of a 12.
What kind of range are you hoping for? 250. But do you think that's still enough for somebody who wants to tour? You can't. You just can't on an electric motorcycle.
You'll have to do top. Otherwise, the battery becomes so heavy.
Yeah.
And it's like this rocket situation. No, you need to go further. You need to carry more fuel. The more
Yeah.
fuel you carry,
Yeah.
the bigger motor you need.
That's true.
So it's a loop. So the only way, even abroad also, people who are doing touring on motorcycles, they do quick top ups.
Okay.
That will be a quick charge system, no, in which
Yeah.
20 minutes, 15 minutes, you will be up by about 20-30%.
Right. Right.
So we've upped the motor thing right now.
Okay.
Just try it out.
All right. Let me ride again.
Do a shorter spin if possible. It's not going to overheat that much. No? Fine, go ahead.
Okay. 60% now, right? Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see. Yeah. You know what? It feels nicer now. Suddenly from a Pulsar 150, I'm on a Pulsar 200. Hey, it's nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having this motorcycle now as a daily. And it's so silent. I mean, there's a whine of the motor, but that's about it. And to be honest, I don't even miss the what do you call it, the exhaust sound of a single, twin, triple, four, nothing. It feels so much better now. So much better. Again, as they say, there's never enough more power. So maybe if they crank it up to 80%, I like it even more. It's alright. It's okay. This is good enough for the city. I'm definitely doing 80, 85, maybe more. and it's smooth. The motor is very, very, very smooth. The throttle, you know, whenever the brake goes, whenever you press the brake and you know the motor sort of goes dead, and then you have to give it throttle again to start generating power. The transition is faster in this particular mode where we are making 60% of the motor's capability, power capability. Brake, back, yeah, barely noticeable. I've already adapted to the motorcycle. Let's see now. Yeah, see, smooth, very smooth transition. I don't know if I said this earlier in the video or not, but this is the first electric motorcycle or any electric vehicle I've ever ridden in my life. And when really the time comes to switch to electric, when internal combustion engines are no more an option, I don't think the transition would be that difficult. And you know, even the chassis is more or less sorted. The suspension is very sporty, riding position is sporty, brakes are good. Now I don't know if that part is going to make it to the video or not, but the rake is also quite tight, so you know, it's going to take sharp turns. Yeah, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Let's see if I can overtake this guy here. And yep, easy. Strong brakes, huh? Very strong brakes. Because it's not just the brakes that are trying to stop the motorcycle. The motor is doing the same. The motor's trying to stop the bike as well. What I'll do is I'll sit down with these guys one of these days, maybe Sunday afternoon someday, and let's have a chat about, you know, what this company is, what exactly is the end game. We shall see. And I think that region thing happens only with the front brake. Let me try the rear. Yeah, no, not with the rear, only the front. It's a lot more likable like this. So a couple of things that I noticed. It feels like you've just jumped from a Pulsar 150 to a 180 or a 200 immediately, and then the response time of the motor kicking back in after, you know, braking and then it going dead for a fraction of a second is also faster in this mode.
Yeah.
It comes back to life much quicker.
That should not be happening. So,
No, that's what it has to be.
maybe, but using regen and motor coming back to life should be not there.
It's on the motion, na?
Acha, that depends on what motion you're at. ठीक है, understood.
I don't know really the science behind it, but it feels like, you know, it comes back slightly faster than the regular the 40% mode.
But fun, no?
It's fun. It's not bad. I was maxed out on the throttle really on that road. Must be doing 80, 85, 90.
हमने जब किया था चेक 95 तक किया है.
Okay, so it must be doing that because I was really flat out on that section, and it handles very well in and out of traffic, and you know, it is very easy to connect to this motorcycle.
It's an extension of yourself.
Uh,
Your build is like your above average build in terms of height.
yeah.
You feel it's an extension.
Huh, because you know it's sporty. Now I started on a street triple, so it has a similar riding stance.
Yeah, rider triangle. Yeah.
Yeah, the rider triangle is like that because of the very tight rake. It wants to, you know, go into a corner very fast. So all of that is there. Ergonomically, it's nice. But then the connect with the path. So again, you know, maybe the sorry.
You want to sit picture for 5-10 minutes?
Huh, sure, we can do that. Maybe the switch, you know, that's going to come when finally we are forced to move to electric. A good thing is that inhibition has gone away. Riding this, that, you know, that okay, electric won't be all that bad.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a motorcycle. I mean, I'm not shifting gears or anything, but ठीक है, अब तो गाड़ी में भी नहीं करते ना anymore.
That is also all the thing.
हाँ, so
We want to make. You come. I'll tell you some stuff.
cool. Alright, so I think it's time to end this video. Again guys, this is a very early prototype, you know. There's not much to it. Almost what about the chassis? Is it completely built in-house or you built it here?
See, the only thing that we had to take from aftermarket are the unstrung components, which in any case we would buy even when we were becoming a...
Yeah, you're not going to manufacture the forks and everything yourself.
This is a featherback frame.
Okay.
And we had a particular battery shape which we used for a rolling chassis on something else.
Okay.
We figured that this same battery shape is going to be fitted in this. So everything over here except for the wheels, brakes and suspension has been done by us.
Okay.
And of course the spring arm is from KTM.
Yeah. So tell me this, you know, when you do enter production, let's say, what kind of warranty on the battery, how many kilometers are we expecting?
I think 7 years already will use.
From 5 years you can.
5 to 7. 5 is anyway, you know.
Because since it has a bigger battery, right? So the number of cycles reduces because
Yeah.
charging once a week or
Yeah,
So your battery life increases.
right.
The bigger, if you have a larger battery, see, battery life is dependent on basically how much you're discharging it.
Okay,
So इसके अंदर DOD है 80%.
Okay.
Depth of discharge कहते हैं उसको.
okay.
So if you've got like 100, from 100 it'll come down to 20%, but that 20% will always be reserved.
All right.
And how many times you recharge it.
Okay.
So larger battery, you end up recharging it much lesser, so it lasts longer.
Right. Okay.
You know that range anxiety goes. I'm sure nobody in Delhi, but like intra-city, nobody will do more than 180 kilometers in a day.
Definitely not.
Even dispatch riders, people with Zomato delivery people.
Yeah.
So that's what the thought is. एक तो ये, and secondly, with the tourer version,
Yeah.
with top-up charge, you'll be able to do. Without top-up, you'll do about 250.
Okay.
With top-up, you can do about 350.
Not bad.
And you know now you've got these electric power stations coming up everywhere. You're charging.
Yeah.
And the government is also, what they're also doing is they're doing hydrogen cells that will not only be giving out hydrogen, but they're also being used to charge power an electric charger
Okay.
for cars.
All right.
And these are come up at all locations. You've got applications that tell you. In fact, we'll also be working on an app where it's going to guide you as to which the closest station is.
All right.
And we're working on some very interesting stuff. We can't like disclose right now.
Okay, just tell me one more thing very quickly. So, in terms of, if we try to draw a comparison between fuel costs, so let's say a liter of fuel today is 100 rupees. That on a 150cc motorcycle, you'd probably be able to do 40 kilometers in those 100 rupees. For 100 rupees, how much does this motorcycle run?
So I'll tell you, it's 4 rupees a unit. For 100 rupees, you'll get 20 units,
25.
25 units,
So this has 10 units.
10 units capacity. So you'll do, in 100, you'll do about, in this particular motorcycle, 300 kilometers, 300 plus.
So, for 100 rupees, let's say this motorcycle can do over 300 kilometers. That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's damn good.
Yeah.
Because, of course, there's a cost to the battery, because right now the battery prices are high.
Yeah.
But if you read about it, there's the FAME 2 guidelines. There's going to be a huge discount in the battery. See, the battery prices are high because world over they're much lower. In India, there's a huge duty.
Right.
So now what they're doing is that the duty drawback is going to be given to the customer. the
Okay.
consumer.
Okay.
So for example, if you buy a 10 kilowatt hour battery, and it's going to, if it costs you 3 lakhs, just as an example,
Mm-hmm.
50% of that will come back to you.
Okay.
There are some clauses to it, if I'm not wrong. There's something to do with, the vehicle production cost has to be under 1,50,000.
Okay.
That is why a lot of these guys are going in for, lighter, smaller production.
Right.
Because a lot of those FAME 2 guidelines, the subsidy parts are not applicable for larger vehicles.
Okay.
But I'm sure they're working
But
on it.
anyway, we are not targeting the FAME 2 subsidies.
Yeah.
Like, our main target is to make a motorcycle ride like a motorcycle, even it's IC or electric.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you. You found it like a bike?
Yeah, like a regular motorcycle. Like a regular motorcycle. I did not miss shifting gears.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that, slightly sporty commuter. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. I did not miss the exhaust sound.
You didn't?
I did not. I thought I will. I did not.
Did the chain noise bother you at all? No.
It's the whine is there. It's like it's a constant whine, but you get used to it. I wasn't judging it on a lot of parameters because it's a prototype as of now. So I went in with that mindset that I'm gonna let a few flaws slide, but I didn't find many, to be very honest.
Good, yeah, I'm very happy to hear that. That's the reason I wanted you to try it out, because you're a rider, no? So you ride bikes, so that it's easier
Yeah.
to gather what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Come, we can sit.
Cool. All right, let's end this video now.
Happy guys.
I was shooting, so I don't know if I'll ever put it up or not. Just a random, like a behind the scenes sort of thing. Cool. Bye bye, guys.